Welcome back to the PvP tutorial. This is going to be part 2. I'm going to be showing you a few neat little tricks you can do with this, and I'm going to be changing up some circuits. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and delete the top player add and player remove role on the switch teams. And we're also going to disconnect this and just change these to local players. We want this to be the local player so it will affect everybody. So originally you would use this and it would affect the player that used this. But since we have this as the local player now it should affect anyone who uses this, and we're just not going to use this. And we are just going to have the player joined there. But I actually wanted to show you how to have a leaderboard in your room. So if you were to have like 10 players, I don't know, let's say 3 players on each team, that's what I'm going to show you. So let's go ahead and just get a little text gadget here. It should be in here somewhere. Yeah, right here. And we're just going to place it down. I don't know. Let's just place it down right here. Doesn't need to be small, doesn't need to be big, but let's make it a bit bigger. Let's move this down a bit so we got some room to work with. And I don't know if you want to disconnect this. You probably don't want to disconnect this. Yeah, don't disconnect it. Keep this connected. We're going to switch this to team 1. Yeah, team 1. So team 1. Then we're just going to copy this over. And actually, let's move this over a bit so it has some room in case, someone comes in here with a long name. Because, if someone comes in here with a long name, it could mess up the leaderboard. Now, let's recolor it to show that you're on different teams. So let's turn team 2 to red and team 1 to blue. Nice looking blue. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna copy this down. So this depends on how many people you want on each team. I'm just gonna say we want 2 people on each team. Actually, don't copy that a second time. What we want to do is we want to get rid of team 1 and we want to get rid of team 2 here. So this is an empty space. This is basically just going to make it so when someone loads in, they're not going to see text there. It's going to be empty. It's just common currency to have that. We're going to have 3 people on each team. And let's move this up so we have some room. What we actually want is we want to get all players. I'm pretty sure I don't have any of those chips in here. Yeah, we're gonna get all players chip, and we are gonna place it right. Oh no, get players at role because we're using roles at teams, right? Roles at teams. Get any player at role or get all players. Get all players at role. Okay, so go ahead and place this down wherever you want. Place it down where you have some room, and we are going to get a get element chip, and we're going to place it right next to it. And this is going to be depending on how many people are on each team. So since I'm only allowing 6 people in the room, actually, yeah, let's change that to 4. So since I'm only allowing 4 people in the room, I am going ahead and just going to spawn in 2 of these, just going to make the work simpler for myself, so I won't be doing this for too long. We're going to copy this down, And we're just going to connect that, change the bottom one to 1. We're going to keep the top one 0 because 0 is the ID of the first player. And we are going to change it to our role. So T1 for Team 1 and T2 for Team 2. So we are going to get all players with role on the team. So now I'm on Team 1. No, I'm not on Team 1. Well, I'm on Team 1 now. I should be. Hello? Oh, they're both team. Okay. Yeah, make sure this is Team 1. And I will show up right here with because I'm the first player in the room. We're not going to do anything with that yet. Get a toString. So go to your search bar again, search up toString. Gonna place it right here for all 4 of them. Make sure they are connected. And we are going to connect these to the text. So, okay, that belongs to Team 1. Okay, so this is where it starts. So we're going to connect player 1 to this one, and we're going to connect player 2 to this. So player 1 on Team 1 will appear here, and player 2 on Team 2 will appear here. I'll explain why I got these in a second when there's not a third player on each team. We're going to do the same thing with Team 2 over here. Connect player 1 on Team 2 and player 2 on Team 2. A lot easier to see. And now if we switch teams, I should appear on Team 2. As you see here. And if I click this again, I will pop up on Team 1. But the problem is our names don't disappear when we switch teams. So how are we going to fix that? Well, I'll show you how to fix that. So what we're going to do is now we're going to get the text, the set text. And we are going to make it so if the team equals a certain number, then the text will go back to 0. We're going to place 2 of these. Yeah, we're going to place 2 of these on each side. So 1, 2, 1, 2. We're not going to change the text to anything, but what we are going to do is we are going to connect them. So we're going to connect this to the first one and connect this to the second one. We're probably going to want to have an extra one for Team 3. So let's actually copy this up. I mean, yeah, we're actually probably going to want a third one for this bottom one. Okay, so we are going to get a list get count now. List get count. Just go ahead and find it. It should be on the second row, and we're going to place this right below here. What this is going to do is just get the count of anyone with that certain role. So if you're on Team 1, which I am, the count is going to be 1. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get it equals to chip. We're going to get it equals and if chip. And let's just place it right over here. And we're going to place an if chip right next. Okay, now that we have our equals chip right, our if chip right next to our equals chip, let's give this some room and move this over a bit. And what we're going to do is we're just going to copy this down. Okay. And we are going to copy this over to the second team too. And now we're going to connect this to each one. So connect it to the top. And we're going to do the same thing with Team 2. Everything we do with Team 1, we're just basically doing the same thing to Team 2. And now we're going to want to set this. So we're going to have this be 0. We're going to have this be 1. And we're going to have this be 2. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. After this, we're going to go ahead and so if it equals 0, then it's going to set the text to nothing because there's no one on team 1. But if it's false and it doesn't equal 0, then it will set team 1, which is this one, set whoever's name is on team 1. Then we're going to connect the output text value to here, and we're going to do the same thing here. If it equals 1, then it's going to set this. We're going to move this up here, and the L's value down here doesn't do nothing. And we're going to do the same thing with team 2. What we're actually going to do is we are going to get a delay chip, delay, and we're going to just place a delay chip right here. We're not going to set the delay. We're just going to use the delay chip so we can connect both of these to the delay chip. And we can connect both of these to here. So it doesn't matter which one is after delay or run because it's going to be 0 seconds. And now if I switch to teams, it should show my name. And if I switch teams again, it will be on team 2. And if there was anyone else in the game, their name will be right down here. And one little quick thing before I end the video. I've been getting questions of how to turn this system from, having health to not having health. It's a real quick, simple fix. If you have these circuits from the Ultimate PvP tutorial made, you should have a section looking like this. If you want to have it work where you hit somebody and it kills them instantly, all you need to do is just go ahead and delete your whole health value. None of these chips matter. Just delete all of them. Don't delete the killed chip. Don't delete the killed chip or the player out chip. So you want to keep this bottom section here. So basically when you hit somebody, it checks if the game started, it checks if the person shot themselves, which if they did, this is going to be true. But we don't want this to be equal, so we're going to take the else value and we're going to place it down here. So what this is going to do is just eliminate the entire health system and make it one shot. Here, I'll go ahead and show you. So if I that, it's a one shot. And I'll respawn right afterwards. One shot. Well, don't know why it changed. Oh, you know why? Because it's not. Why isn't this connected to nothing? Did I delete something that this was connected to? Okay, so we are going to take this, which is going to bring this back to 0. And we are going to, where's the score? Oh yeah, I moved it up here. And right after you respawn, this will reset to 0. Go ahead and start the game. Now I can grab the gun and it should one-shot me. And there we go. It's a one-shot kill. Respawn me. Get shot again. And obviously because of our system, we can't spam shoot somebody for score. It only works one time. And there we go. If you guys enjoyed the tutorial, like, comment, subscribe. If this video gets, let's say, 8 to 10 likes, I will upload a part 3 showing off more, maybe using some of the respawn points and showing you how to make a real PvP.